All right, now I want to talk about the Olympics here because I just had some questionnaire thing where they asked me if I was going to watch the Olympic opening ceremony, and the answer is no, absolutely not. I am so not interested in watching the Olympic ceremony or the Olympics in general. Complete waste of time, and it's just gotten old with the Olympics. I don't know if, people watching this, I don't know how old you are, but, for me growing up as a kid, the Olympics were exciting because it was still there were still tinges of kind of the Cold War mentality, and I think that's where the Olympics really took off because like you kind of had the whole USA versus Russia and China and all these Soviet communist empires and Germany and all that kind of stuff. So the Olympics was kind of when you had this World War II Cold War mindset, it was a huge hit because we didn't like any of these countries. And so because of that, it just made it that much more interesting. But the problem today is the the Olympics, it just hasn't changed, there's not these rivalries between countries like there used to be. And so because of that, it's just gotten a little bit old. You kind of know who's going to win every year in every competition. Like with basketball, for instance, that the USA is probably going to win, and if they get knocked off, it's a huge disappointment. So they're the expected winners. With track and field, the Jamaicans are going to kill everybody in the 100-meter dash, and the USA is going to be competitive in that, but they're probably going to lose. Some Chinese or Ethiopian guy is going to win. The really long was like 10,000 meter race or whatever the heck it is. And then a lot of the specialty events, usually the USA wins that, but you guys get somebody like from, I don't know, Sweden or somebody that's like a really good pole vaulter or whatever, but it's always the same people, and you kind of know who's going to win and who's going to lose. And it, even swimming, like it's always Australians versus the USA, and it just kind of, it gets old, and it's kind of it's the same people every year, like even swimming, it's always like, oh, Michael Phelps versus Ian Thorpe or, whoever. And I don't know, it just gets old, watching the same people competing and the same countries always dominating. And, if it would be interesting if all the other countries were competitive. So if you just didn't know who was going to win, like, South Korea was just as competitive as Russia, as America, as Australia, as all the European countries, and all the countries had, there was some kind of equality in terms of the competitiveness, so there was actually something to look forward to, but they just don't have that anymore, and it's just gotten kind of boring, it's gotten kind of old. They've been trying to find ways to make it more appealing and more exciting, and I think a lot of people will watch it, but the main reason they're watching it is just because of the tradition of it, and that's kind of what happens with a lot of entertainment these days. You look at American Idol, right? That went on and on and on, and it was really because like the first couple of seasons, people were really into it, and after that, they just kept watching it because it's like, well, it's kind of the tradition. The first couple of seasons were really good, so we got to keep watching it. And that's kind of what's happened with the Olympics. People just keep watching because it's tradition, because you kind of feel like you have to. But I don't know. The entertainment value, I think, is just really, I don't know. It's just really gone to crap. There's always a few interesting storylines with the Olympics and all that, but I don't know. I'm probably not going to watch the Olympics this year. I might kind of follow it in the news a little bit, but I just feel like it's more entertaining for me to do something else, play video games or I don't know, watch something else. But anyways, that's just my thoughts. Feel free to leave your comments in the section in the comments section, but I don't think I'm going to be watching the Olympics this year. Don't think it's a great use of time. It's not great entertainment anymore like it used to be, so if you disagree with me, feel free to leave a comment in the comment section, but I will not be watching the Olympics this year. That is for sure. So hope everyone that is watching it does enjoy it, though. It always is a good time.